This was the most important and challenging project I ever did in my life. Fracht has a long experience in Brazil. We are here since 2004. We started developing some projects, some thermal power plants projects here with the Termo Bahia and then Termo Rio, Termo Piratininga. And this made us so reliable to the customer to develop this specific project at Porto de Sergipe. And this is the most and very challenging project that ever built here in the South America, including Mexico. We are talking about 1.5 gigawatts, 3 gas turbines and 1 steam. This project, in my opinion, was the time frame and the complexity of the jobs to be done. Not only the logistics, but the installation also. This is so big, so challenging. We were so concerned about the time frame and the quantity of big material to be moved. And the problem with the infrastructure that we found there. Aracaju and Barra dos Coqueiros, the region that was chosen to install the job site, was not a gate for the entrance for big pieces, for big equipment, project cargos, and we have to develop the infrastructure, the logistics since the beginning. The port that we found there, Temibe, is a terminal in Aço Barbosa, was related mainly to grains and to fertilizer, but not to project cargos. And this was the main concern since the beginning. The port itself is an offshore port. It's far from the shore. There's a long bridge connecting the port to the shore. We had to find a solution to cross that long bridge. The main concern was the bridge capability, the infrastructure capability. And the main problem was to cross that bridge with combined weight above 200 tons. What made us to look for some alternatives, to do some beach landings, because if the port closed, the job site was not capable for that, a solution had to be found. And then we visited a lot of shipyards, an old shipyard, that region called Porto das Redes. Was possible, there's a not old structure, but so far from the job site. Connecting the shipyard to the job site, there was 3 bridges to be reinforced, very costly. We have to find another alternative. At the end, was so good because we could find a solution there.
I remember much about the initial phase. We start to investigate the best logistics to receive the cargo, to move the cargo to the final destination. We had month and month of trips, contacts, until we found the Pomonga area.
The Pomonga was a restaurant inside a yard along the shore, but so challenging also because it was in the middle of the swamp area, environmental problems to be figured out.
So we rented the area for years without having the cargo in our hands.
The investment to let Pomonga feasible for the transport of the heavy lift cargo was about $3 million. We received 9 vessels at Temibe Part of this cargo was stored at the local port, VLI. Part was transshipped to the barges to be sent to Pomonga. The cargo that we sent to Pomonga was transshipped to the barges and anchored in the pier that we built at Pomonga. At that place, we need to be careful with the tide of the river to be possible to roll off the cargo from the barge to the storage area.
Of course, I have to emphasize also some difficulties to move the 14 OCC modules, pieces related to the steam turbine, 45 pieces with an average weight of 200 tons, that we have to move it from the port in 3 shipments up to the job site and to install them in a very short period of time. This was the most challenging part also of this project.
To make it possible to transport the cargo from the VLI to the job site, we built an access between the port and the job site.
Which was our differential for the project.
This avoid to put the heavy lift cargo in the public road and also make additional adequacies at that port.
We were sure that nobody had this alternative.
There we have a street with 2 kilometers from the pier to the public road. Between the jetty and the public road, we have a mangrove area with 300 meters. And this area brings us a very huge challenge because we made some special engineering inspection there to let that road feasible to the transport for the heavy lift cargo.
The distance from the Pomonga up to the job site was about 14 kilometers. There's a lot of other problems to be figured out, such as power cables, condominiums. Managing the environment was not so easy. Those 45 OCC, they came to Brazil in 3 shipments in a very tight period of time. Because of the size and weight of the pieces, we have to block the road there.
Transport in the public road was done during the daylight. It takes 1 day to make each transport.
In the beginning, we had a lot of problems to find the right people because, in fact, we were not sure if we had qualified people to work there. But after a very criteria, we got excellent teamwork.
We also could see a very good spirit to the local people to join us, find a solution for this kind of problems. So environmental licensing, this is very tough, this is very so complicated.
People are very excited, people are very surprised because I believe that it was the first time that they could see that kind of transport. It will be in the memory of the people for a long time.
And this will be a lesson for my life. The people itself was so good. The local people, they are so cooperative. They're so nice, so friendly. The place itself is amazing. The wildlife there in the Pomonga was beautiful.
In the end, we saw that everything was worth it because of the success of the project.
The project itself worth a lot. A very important point to be considered is the legacy for the future. This is a very important project to the northeast of Brazil. It's a very poor region. And I do believe that this thermal power plant will be offering them a possibility to a development.
I'm sure that the client was very happy with our job.
I'm 40 years experienced, and this definitely was absolutely the most important project I did.